Peace, stars. What's up? It's your boy Eru, host of the Dynasty Podcast. Got some breaking news, man, from sources, from people that I speak to around the league. So anyway, for those that watch the podcast, I like to make fun of people that do that because all summer it's been a bunch of rumors and stuff, pertaining to Donovan Mitchell. Oh, we're gonna get him. We're talking to him. We're talking to him again. Oh, then I haven't been talked in weeks. Now I'm talking again. It's ridiculous because that's not how negotiations work in the real world. That's how it goes in the rumor mill. Growing up, it's like almost like high school stuff. Not even high school. It's like little kids, is passing notes in class. That's how the summer went. But here's my source. My source is none other than Greg Armstrong. Okay, I don't think I follow the Sirius channel. No, I do not. I do not follow the NBA Sirius channel for a reason, right? But anyway, Greg Armstrong obviously does it. He shared it. He retweeted it on Twitter. So this is how I came across this information. Charles Barkley, of all people, gives us some inside information on why the Knicks didn't trade for Donovan Mitchell. All right, so let's hear this, man. So I'll just push play on it, and let's just hear from the horse's mouth.
Well, I got to tell you something. I'm gonna give you some inside information. I actually had this conversation last night with Worldwide West at dinner. I said, Wes,
Okay.
why didn't y'all make? And it's so funny. I said, Wes, why didn't y'all make the trade? He said, oh man, don't go by the media stuff. They wanted my wife, my kids, my next door neighbors. He says, I was not gonna give them. He says we wanted the deal, obviously, but he said they wanted my wife, they wanted my kids, they wanted my grandkids. They were just trying to rip somebody off. So he says, I talked to us like, dude, we're gonna have to pass on it. And I give those guys credit because you can't give away everything.
Now listen, man. As a Knicks fan, everybody wanted Donovan Mitchell. Okay, I could totally see it. The Knicks have excess in players. We have a couple guys that we're not going to find minutes for. Whether or not you think we're going to be a good team or not, we probably can go 10 deep, 11 deep, 12 deep. But in a 10-man, 8-man rotation throughout the season, you're not going to play 12 guys throughout the year like that in a constant rotation. So somebody has to go. So we did have a little bit of excess to trade some people away to get Donovan Mitchell. We all know that we exhausted every trade scenario that possibly could go down. You know what I'm saying? But my question to fans, right, is like after we got Donovan Mitchell, what were the Knicks going to do? Because we still had to make another trade. Because outside of Donovan, once you get Donovan Mitchell, RJ was in the deal, obviously. Because judging by what Cleveland gave away, there's no way that Utah would have gave the Knicks that trade without RJ in the trade. And if RJ wasn't in the trade, then all the rest of the young guys were going to be in the trade. So either way, just like Charles Barkley said, because you could trust Charles Barkley as a source, right? Because the guy is, he obviously knows Worldwide West. They probably talked about it. That sounded like a candid conversation. Me personally, if I knew him like that, I probably wouldn't have said anything. But maybe he got permission from Worldwide West to retell their story on somebody's podcast or something like that. So that's another scenario too. But my thing is what are we worrying about? Cam Reddish, is Cam Reddish going to be that star? So that's what we would have been praying that Cam Reddish would have been a star, praying that Quentin Grimes or somebody else would step up to fill in those holes. As soon as we got rid of those players, now we're going to have to go to the free agent market and start picking up backup guys to fill in the spots that we already had going for us. So anyway, it does hurt. It stings a little bit not to get Donovan Mitchell, but as a Knicks fan and just roster building and this, that, and the other, we're definitely in a better space right now because now we can reevaluate the talent that we have on the roster. We can see what Quentin Grimes could do. We can see if RJ is ready to go to that next level, even though we paid him. Mitchell Robinson is another guy. We can see if he can go to the next level, even though we already paid him. Julius Randle too. We got to see if he gets to the next level, even though we already paid him. Jalen Brunson, the same thing. Can he lead a team? But we're gonna figure that out because we already paid him. So another player, Cam Reddish, is in his contract year. So we can't pay everybody. So a story is definitely going to be told this offseason. I guarantee the trade deadline is going to be crazy. Talk around Christmas and between Christmas and the trade deadline is going to be crazy in New York sports and stuff. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, this is a quick pod. Try not to go too far over 10 minutes, but I can't never help myself. So anyway, it's your boy Eru, host of the Dynasty Podcast. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. If you wanted some Knicks news, some unorthodox Knicks news, some breaking news, some shotgun podcast, or just something that's different than what everyone else is doing, please subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.